Good morning, this is Stephanie with Growing from the Woodpile. I do hear Goose behind me, but he hasn't made it over yet. This is a seedling update. This is probably the 4th seedling update. And things are... Yes. Goose is talking to Sparky, his friend over there. But, alright, this will be the 4th seedling update. If we can... Hey, can you be quiet? Hey, Goose. Shh. Hey, shh. Quiet. Shh. Okay. Hey. No, quiet. All right, this is I think the 3rd seedling update, 3rd or 4th. And things are mediocre. These plants are growing big. They do have a slight purple tint to them. I'm not sure exactly what that means. I had these here that are dyed, but they feel completely dried out, so not sure what's going on there. And it was my sun gold. And that was a tomatillo, and that one's a black creme. So 4 of those came from this one came from this one. Again, I think it's because I was trying to dry it out because I had the gnat problem. I don't know what's going on. I did spray this one and this one with neem oil last week just to see if the neem oil I mixed up would hurt them, and it seems like they haven't. Coming down here, you could see when I seeded again, because I seeded originally in the middle, and then if one on the side finally did come, the middle one did finally come up, and now I have one on the side. And like this one, only the side, so the original middle ones didn't come up. So at least we do have some better germination than I thought. See, this little side one came up because the middle one didn't. I said I wasn't going to separate seedlings, but I am going to do these mild hatch green chilies because the seeds are expensive and I want more hatch green chilies. I only had 2 come up in this, so this is at the final week of this. I think a total of 6 weeks has gone by, and these are, well, they're completely dry. So I am going to hydrate this. I'm going to plant some other things in here. We're going in almost to the month of February. So I got some basil, some marigold, some zucchini, okra, and eggplant that I'm going to put in these. So I am going to go through again, and these are all singles. So I'm going to separate, hydrate, and then this one's kind of weird. This was the Imperial Gold, and I'm going to separate those 2. And then somehow, I believe this is some type of tomatillo. He looks like a tomatillo. Where's a tomatillo over here? This is a tomatillo. So this looks like a tomatillo. Don't know what kind. I am going to separate those out. So I do have enough tomatillos because one of these was a tomatillo. So that is my plan for today. And then in the seedling startup in the shop, I do need to raise the end side of the lights because some of the tomatoes are hitting it. So I asked my son if he'd come help me do that because we're gonna have to move the plastic and all sorts of fun things there. Here's my neem oil that I mixed up that I got from, turn around slowly, from the Rustic Gardener. And then it's getting pretty close to February. We'll be doing a garden tour update. So I'm gonna get these separated, hydrated, and then I'll come back and show you exactly what I planted. Okay, we got everything separated out. I ended up finding this bigger tray I had a couple years ago and squishing them in there. Not sure if that's gonna be a great idea, but we'll find out. They kind of poke out a little bit up here, so probably not the best idea. But it's no going back now because I basically made like this many more plants. So now I got more plants. I went over here and planted some eggplants, some roselle that I had from seeds that I saved. Hopefully they're good because they were on the plant right now. I pulled them off, they were dried. I did a few cucumbers, and then I realized I probably shouldn't have done cucumbers, even though you can. There's so many things I wanted to plant, and I didn't. So I did 3 okra, 3 roselle, 3 black beauty eggplant, 2 bush cucumbers, which I wish I hadn't. Marigold, kind of wish I hadn't, because I have marigold plants right there, and I just pulled off the old dry ones and I stick them back in, and that's been working fine, but you know, I had them out. Some lemon basil, Thai basil, sweet basil, some zinnia cupid, some mammoth basil, a lime zinnia, a new zucchini because it's a new packet, and old zucchini is a packet I've had for 12 years, and some Getty, it's a really complicated name, squash, some blue Hubbard squash, and some yellow squash. And so that is what I got going on. My son went in and raised, or put metal in, and kind of raised these up for me to about the highest they could go. I wanted these to stay low, so I will lower this side because the plants are still little on this side, or I'll have to find something to raise them. So he had to go up through the top and do metal. This was the ribbon that I had used, and he left it. So he kind of just poked through this and raised it. I'm gonna get the plants in, and then we'll film up that up. Wrapping up the project, you see I have an empty table. And I know it's kind of ugly being out in the garden, but right now it's just so convenient, and I keep taking it and putting it back in the shop. So for now, it's just gonna stay. It just makes my life easier. So I went through and put them in. As I was just walking down, I just want to show you a couple of things. This bok choy I pulled out right here. I pulled him out 2-3 weeks ago, and he just wants to live and flower. So I just let him there for the bees. Lots of bees come. As you see my remnants here, the bok choy I pulled out, the squash I pulled out. I just hadn't gotten around to putting it away. And then, of course, I had to walk over to the green stalks, eat a few strawberries. And then this over here is a bunch of broccoli and cabbage. And I pulled off the big heads. So these are all little side shoots here that I pulled, and they're just nice little snacks. And then just to finish out, I am going to watch a video from Gardener Scott. He does the Tabasco peppers, the fermenting of them. That's all the little reds in there that you see. There's a few habaneros because I do want to harvest those, and then I want to trim that plant back and then turn the watering off to that bed to let those plants go dormant just for like a month or so. There's some jalapenos over there. So I want to harvest everything out of there and then let everything go dormant. So, all right, to finish off over here, my son did a great job. I did lower the lights just on this side. They're at the lowest that they could go, so that's about 10 inches. Hopefully that's not too far. Yes, that's my neem spray right there. Those are all the new ones over there. I did spray everything a light coating of neem. I mean, I did test 2 tomato plants over here, and so hopefully everything's good. Hopefully they get nice and strong and don't grow much taller because I only have about 3 inches. This is the end of January, so I usually plant everything out one day. You know, my last day frost comes, I'm like, everything goes. But I think whatever's not hitting the lights, I'm going to keep in here longer just in case if a freeze does come, it doesn't take those out. But that is the last update. Not the last update, but that is an update. And I will film an update to the update of the update. So thank you for learning and growing with the Woodpile, where I will keep you updated.